The Battle of Balance. In a small town nestled in the Midwest, a young teacher named Amina started her career eager to inspire her students with a love for learning. A history buff, Amina was passionate about teaching the U.S. Constitution, including the principle of church-state separation, a cornerstone of American democracy. However, her enthusiasm soon collided with an unsettling reality: the growing influence of religious extremism in public schools. One morning, Amina arrived at a school to find a new values curriculum mandated by the state legislature. Sponsored by lawmakers aligned with religious extremist groups, the program included overly religious material, Bible verses woven into lesson plans, prayers during assemblies, and even calls for creationism to be taught along evolution and science classes. These lawmakers argued that the curriculum fostered moral education, but Amina saw how it undermined the neutrality public schools are meant to maintain. Amina knew this wasn't an isolated incident. Across the country, there have been a rise in efforts to erode the church-state separation in public schools. Religious extremist groups and their allies justified these changes under the idea of preserving traditional values or protecting religious freedom. Yet, these policies often marginalize students of different faiths or no faiths, while creating an atmosphere of exclusion for those who didn't align with the dominant religious views. Determined to act, Amina turned to history for guidance. She remembered learning about the battles waged by civil rights groups like the ACLU and American United for separation of church and state. Communities have successfully challenged school prayer mandates and religious iconography in classrooms in the past, citing Supreme Court cases like Engel versus Vitale. These victories underscored the importance of vigilance and grassroots activism in preserving constitutional protections. Drawing inspiration from these examples, Amina reached out to other concerned teachers, parents, and community leaders. Together, they formed an advocacy group, Keep Schools Neutral. They held forums to educate the community about the importance of church-state separation, emphasizing how these protections allowed students of all backgrounds to feel safe and respected. They also partnered with legal organizations to challenge the values curriculum in court, arguing that it violated the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment. While the group faced fierce opposition, accusations of being anti-faith or un-American, they remained strong. Amina and her allies made it clear that their goal wasn't to suppress religion, but to ensure that public schools remained inclusive spaces for all students. Their message began to resonate, drawing support from unexpected allies, including faith leaders who believed that true religious freedom thrived when the government stayed out of religious affairs. Looking ahead, Amina envisioned a brighter future. She believed that the key to safeguarding church-state separation lies in education and collaboration. Public schools could introduce civic courses emphasizing constitutional principles, helping students understand the value of religious neutrality in government. Advocacy groups could create accessible resources to inform parents and teachers about their rights in the subtle ways church-state boundaries could be eroded. To mobilize communities, Amina suggested using storytelling to highlight real-world consequences of undermining these principles, stories of students who felt alienated or pressured to conform to a specific faith. She also emphasized the power of coalition building, urging activists to unite people across ideologies by focusing on shared values like fairness and inclusivity. She realized knowledge is power, and through education and advocacy, we can protect the principles that unite us all. We should aim to protect church-state separation for every child's future.